Let's explore outlining in Excel. Now, in order for this to work, not correctly, but certainly more effectively, then it's best to have some data that has totals within it. So if we take our sales 2013 file, you'll find that this is made up of some banana, pear and apple sales data, where we can see the sales for the first 3 months of the year. Then we have a sum for quarter 1, then the next 3 months of the year, then we have a sum for quarter 2, and then we have a sum for the first half year. And that's the same for each of the fruits, banana, pear and apple. And then at the bottom, we have a grand total for the whole set of fruits and all 4 regions. If we create an outline automatically, you'll see what outlining achieves and gives you the ability to do. So let's take our current sheet. Your cursor just needs to be anywhere within the data. You don't need to highlight anything. And we go to Data on the ribbons, all the way across to Group, and in the little drop-down arrow, choose Auto Outline. So effectively, you're asking Excel to do the work for you. And what you'll find is, as long as those subtotals are in place, the sheet will become outlined. Now, what outline does is it groups sections of the sheet together to allow you to effectively hide them. So here we see a 1, 2, 3 on the column headings and a 1, 2, 3 on the row headings. If I click 1, you'll see that it compresses the columns and effectively hides the columns between the first column, which shows us our labels, and column J, which shows us our half-yearly totals. If I then click 2, you'll see that it expands, but only expands so far as to show me quarter 1 and quarter 2 subtotals plus the H1. And then if I click 3, it shows me all the columns again. Now I can hide parts of a section, so section 2 here, for example, will hide quarter 1 and quarter 2 months, but show me the subtotals. Or I can expand, say, for example, quarter 1, but leave quarter 2 contracted. So you've got that flexibility using the plus and the minus signs here in the column. Now the same happens on the rows. It's got a minus here down the 2 option, which effectively is the subtotals for each of the fruit. So if I were to click the 1, that would just give me the grand total. So that's for each month and quarter 1, quarter 2, and I can expand this back out so I can see the intervening months for quarter 2. Whereas 2 on the rows shows me then the totals for each fruit. And I can expand any 1 or all 3 of these out. So I can expand the pears, but leave the bananas and the apples contracted. So the outlining tool, and I just asked it to do it automatically there, effectively groups sections of columns together so that you can hide them or unhide them very quickly rather than highlight, right-click, hide, highlight, right-click, unhide. We can just simply click to view the sections we wish, but it hasn't really been altogether too clever. It's just looked at where you've done the sums. If you tried to do auto outline on a set of data that had no mathematical formulas in place, then no outline would actually be created because it wouldn't know which sections to group together. So here it groups up to the subtotals in quarter 1, quarter 2, and then it groups secondly, which is why we've got a 1, 2 and a 3, around the half years. So I can then see just the half year, see just the quarters, see all the columns, and the same with the rows. 3 shows me all the rows, 2 just shows me the subtotals for each fruit, and 1 just shows me the grand total for the company as a whole. So that's outlining introduced and being able to create one automatically.